Hello, welcome to Pro Mixing and Mastering. Today I'm gonna teach you and show you how to mix fire vocals in FL Studio. So let's go ahead. So this is my project right here, and this is my song. I'm gonna show you everything that I did to this song, and if you're looking for that modern day sound, this is the tutorial for you. So let's take a listen to this.
You've added a smile on my face. You've taken away all my shame. I know my life is not the same. It's not about me, but your name. I can boast every day, telling everybody that Jesus is the only way. I'm walking in the fire. I'm walking in His power. I'm walking in His hour. Jesus is my tower. He can never fail me. He can never fail me. I'm serving a strong God, and I'm getting stronger. Yeah, never getting weaker. Yeah. Bigger. My God is bigger. Yeah. My God is bigger. I serve a God who's watching me. My God is bigger. I serve a God.
All right, this is fire. These are fire vocals. So what did I do to these vocals? I'm gonna take you right to my mixer and show you exactly what I did. So the first thing that I did was to make these vocals come to the mixer. Check out the video tutorial on that. On this one, I'm just gonna show you what I did to the vocals. So these vocals right here, this one is my lead vocal. This one right here.
You've added a smile on my face.
This is my lead vocal. So my lead vocal is connected to, let me just get a pencil. My lead vocal is connected to, double click on it. So when you double click on the vocal, it shows you where your vocal is connected to. So when you come to track, my lead vocal is connected to number 6 on the mixer. So number 6 is this one right here.
You've added a smile on my face. You've taken away all my shame. I know my life is not this.
So it's right here. This is my verse number 1, and in verse number 1 I have all these effects. So the first effect that you are getting right now is Auto-Tune FX2, and this is how it looks like. So I've got my retune speed all the way to very fast. All right, then I have my humanize on 20 so that my vocal can sound human and natural. So that's the reason why you have to put your humanize on 20. So this is what I just did with Auto-Tune. Then closing the Auto-Tune, we have Ultra Maximizer from Waves. This is a plugin that is just gonna get you the vocal that you need. So for now, let me turn off Ultra Maximizer. Let me turn off all these two.
Added a smile on my face. You've taken away all my shame.
See that? So when I add Auto-Tune,
added a smile on my face. You've taken away all my shame.
Auto-Tune FX2. Then when I turn on Ultra Maximizer, this one from Waves, the vocal is just gonna sound big and also maximized, and at the same time dithered, and at the same time, you know, has that ceiling to it and that smoothness to it. Take a listen to this.
You've added a smile on my face. You've taken away all my.
So this one is working like maximizer, but in a very professional and advanced way. So my volume I release is 20.18, ceiling -3.0. Ceiling, of course, is like the limiting threshold 14.0, and just like that, shaping is here, and quantize 16, and domain is just on analog. So I put it on analog, not on digital. Put it on analog so that you can have that analog, professional analog sound, vocal sound. All right, so that is secret number 2. Then number 3 plugin that I used on this same vocal.
You've added a smile on my face. You've taken away all my shame. I know my life is not the same. It's not about me.
That sound is coming from the EQ that I'm using, which is the first EQ, Eosis Air EQ. I've added up air. As you can see, air is lifted up somewhere there, turned on in, and I have turned on de-ess around this area. I'm de-essing the SCs, and this is like my first de-essing. And then secondly, I'm using an acid to remove acid from my vocal, so my vocal doesn't sound sharp. And from there, I'm using an resonance, which is removing the resonances so that the vocal can sound smoother and better. Then I'm using a nozzle, which helps your vocal not to come out from the nose, or removing that nose effect from your vocals, which is around this area. Then I'm using earth to more like add low end to the vocal, and a little bit of saturation character. This is like character knob right there. You're adding character to your vocal. Beautiful. Your vocal is just gonna sound.
You've added a smile on my face. You've taken away all my shame.
Then I have also used and close to cut all the way from 10 to 20. As you can see, this line right here, this is cutting. Okay, so without Eosis, this is how it sounds like without all these 3.
You've added a smile on my face. You've taken away all my.
But when you turn them on,
you've added a smile on my face. You've taken away all my shame. I know my life is not the same.
And then next I have compressor. So from Auto-Tune, Ultra Maximizer, Eosis EQ, Fab Filter Pro Q2, I'm using a compressor, and this time there are different settings that I want to show you guys. So what I did was I set my ratio, my threshold to negative 25.003, so that it can really like hit like this.
You've added a smile on my face.
So that these parts where the vocal tries to be louder can be reduced a little bit to a level where other vocals which are not louder are. So that's what I did, and my ratio is a small ratio, 2:1. My ratio is on 2. My attack is close to medium, and my release as well. And my gain, this side is on auto. Dry is on you use this as mid and side. So I did not do anything to this one, but I did something here. Of course, you have to turn it on. When it's off, you have to turn it on. This is sidechain. When it's like this, you just have to come to sidechain and open it up. So make sure you turn it on. It should not be white or gray. You turn it on. What I did was to compress the low end. So I worked on the low end, and what I did was to bring this all the way to here and cut a little bit somewhere here around 1617.8 hertz, and the rest just leave it like that. It's a very good compressor, especially when you wanna like compress a certain frequency. So with me, I'm compressing the low end so that the vocal can sound good. And then there is also Audition. If you want to, you can also sidechain. I've sidechained my compressor a little bit, giving it positive 2.03. Check out the tutorials that I did on compression, and this compressor is helping the vocal to be subtle and also to sit in the mix. So let me just turn it off, turn all these 4.
Added a smile on my face. You've taken away all my shame.
All right, so you can tell the difference now. So let me turn on the 4.
You've added a smile on my face. You've taken away all my shame. I know my life.
Very beautiful. All right, professional. Then due to also a little bit of EQing and compression, there is need also to add a second de-esser, and I'm using stereo de-esser stereo from Waves. My threshold is negative 28.0, so I am only targeting the S's, where the S's are, like this.
You've added a smile on my face. You've taken away all my shame.
So this de-esser really helps like add a certain character to the top of the vocal. The vocals just sound nice. They don't sound sharp. They don't sound bad. You know, all those frequencies which are annoying to the ears or sharp to the ears just get controlled by this de-esser. So that's the de-esser that I used. And then I used a second EQ from FabFilter Pro Q3. And what the frequencies that I'm targeting are 200, 500 area, 1K, and around 3 to 4K, somewhere there. So as you can see, 4,000 hertz at a cut here, around 1,311.5 at a cut here also, around 800, around 600, and around 500, and around 200. These are the frequencies. Let me do this. Take a listen. So that bassy frequency, I had to take it out. Even though I used EOSys, I had to use this one to like just take them down a little bit and just do some surgical EQ on the vocal. And basically this is what I did. I avoided raising up the highs. And next, I had to just remove a little bit of, you know, background noise. And what I used to make also the vocal a little bit warmer, denoisers or X-noiser makes the vocal warmer. There is just a character, a denoiser or a noise reduction plugin adds to vocals. So whenever you're listening to professional vocals and you're like, wow, that vocal sounds warmer and calm, it's because there was a noise reduction plugin there. My reduction is on 30, my threshold is on 0.0, and this is what is happening. Watch the noise.
You've added a smile.
So whenever the noise cross this white line, they are like reduced a little bit.
You've added a smile on my face. You've taken away all my shame. I know my life is not the same.
Now, this vocal is connected. This same vocal, all the leads are connected to an AFX channel. I created an AFX channel. Check out the videos that I have done concerning this tutorial in FL Studio. And please, if you want to know how I made this beat, I made this beat, which is down below, and all the things that I did, check out Pro Mixing and Beats YouTube channel, separate YouTube channel that I created for you guys who want to like learn how to make beats and how I balance the instrumental. So you can check out that channel. This one is for vocals, mixing, mastering vocals and stuff like that, plugins review. So this vocal is connected to EFX. You'll see a certain EFX playing this vocal, and that's the one.
You've added a smile on my face.
So it's this one right here. And when I come to this one, there is a reverb. This one is turned off for a purpose. I'm gonna do a tutorial, but the main reverb that I'm using, because I started with this one, I'm not a man who like start with the reverb and then change it later. Once I start with some things, like that's the sound that I gets used to my ears. So I started with this one, and even though I wanted to start with this one, but I just started with this one. So I'm using Fruity Reverb, to very, very powerful reverb. And I wish that this reverb was, you know, was like purchasable, like you get it in all the doors, but it's an FL reverb. So this is the best settings. Check out the video that I have made concerning this reverb and the settings that you guys can always use. These are the settings that you guys can, I guarantee you use these settings all the time. They always work. And this is one of the best reverb plugins that I've come across so far. And this is how it sounds like. Let me do this.
You've added a smile on my I sham. I know my life is not the same. It's not about me, but your name.
But without it, this is how the vocal sounds like.
You've added a smile on my face. You've taken away all.
Very dry, but take a listen to this now. Let me turn it on.
You've added a smile on my face. You've taken out.
So these settings are my settings, and once you like watch the video, you will see exactly what I did, and you guys can like copy the settings. It's just gonna work for you. So that the vocals, the main vocals, the lead vocals are sent to this FX. Then my chorus vocal, the chorus vocal is sent to EFX number 2. This one right here, created 2, like this is the chorus right here.
My God is bigger. Yeah. My God is bigger. I serve a God who's watching me. My God.
So it's connected to 1. Then the backs, I mean the backings are connected to FX number 2. These ones right here.
Jesus, walking in His power, walking in His hour.
These ones right here, the backs. Walking
in His power, walking in His hour.
As you can see, connected to FX number 2. So that's what I did, and basically all the vocals I like the backs, the backings, they have their own. I'm gonna do a video. Check out the video on the backings that I've done. They have their own plugins as well. The chorus has its own plugins as well, and the instrumental, the beat, I mean, you can check out the tutorial on pro mixing and mastering beats, pro mixing and mastering beats YouTube channel, and this one is pro mixing and mastering only. So this is how like you make fire pro vocals, and they sound so great when you do this. This is modern day like crazy.
My God is bigger. My God is bigger.
I will see you in the next one.